Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast number 201. My name's Mistletoad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Mr. Alice. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Mistletoad. He's over. I think folks saw it here before we started the podcast recording. He's doing it live on a kayak in Canada in a wonderful, beautiful lake, enjoying the ARK life on the water. We're here on this fantastic Saturday, May 20th. Folks, we are seeing some magic happen here live. You're witnessing the comeback of the ARK. Let's get this crypto. Let's take a look here at some of our statistics. One quick moment as we get organized. Let's look at our stats. Let's look at those numbers. Oh, 1 second. We have here, one quick moment, which is that, pardon me, we're having technical difficulty as we did the message yesterday. It's also showing up on my end. So where could I go ahead and deactivate this? Nope. There we are. Just having a little bit of an issue with that. All right, what we'll do, let's switch on over to another page. Thank you for your patience. Okay, here we go. We got stats. What's happening on the ARK? We're also going to take a look at the chart. Can you all see that? I believe yes. I see it too. And boy, is this exciting, folks. 5,272 ARK Vault accounts on the rise. So close to 5,300. Liquidity on PancakeSwap. 348,614 BUSD. ILC reserves. Yes, that is correct. You don't have to look twice. Don't blink. It is there. 403,867 BUSD. ILC is on back. ARK price is at $2.65, folks. Let's look at that visually here. What is happening here live on the charts? Let's zoom in a little bit. We can see our drop from starting really last Sunday on the 14th of May. Tomorrow will be a week that we've been on that downwards trend. Let's see if we can make the chart bigger. There it is. Much easier on the eyes, better see. So this is what the rally, the comeback looks like. We've had a setback. We've put the house in order. We've communicated with the community, letting them know. Relax. It's not over. Let's wait to find our floor. I mean, we went below. We went to around $2.36. Our private sale was at $2.50. So for those of you that bought that dip, boy, give yourselves a pat on the back and applause. Bullish. I mean, that's what the smart investors do, folks. They don't panic. They DCA. They buy in. They believe in the team. They know the vision, what's happening, that we're always here, that we're always answering, that we're always building and working together. And that's the biggest sign of confidence. So thank you to everyone who maintained faith. Thank you to everyone that's been holding back on their sales, seeing the value of the pre-seed, coming with us on the bigger journey, on the bigger boat, on the waters of Polygon, ZK, EVM, surrounded by the likes of Disney, Starbucks, Mercedes-Benz, Bentley. I mean, we're talking great companies here who are spending their time, their resources, money to build an environment that's a different atmosphere than here in the PSC. We know what's happened. We know all of the degen plays, all the people that got wrecked, and all the rugs. Not to say that there aren't various folks over on Polygon, but believe me, the grass is absolutely greener. And we're witnessing the comeback because everyone is rallying. Everyone is thinking together. They're buying back in. They're going and knocking on the neighbor's door. Hey, Jimmy, come over here. Let's talk about this. This is a great opportunity. These were private sales. This is the relaunch that Brett Nordine's been talking about. And with that, let's wish Brett Nordine a happy birthday, the hardest working man on the ARK. Shout out to you, sir. Amazing work. And look, on his birthday, he's here live with us, hasn't missed a single day of pure dedication, mind, heart, spirit, soul, everything here, blood, sweat, and tears for all of our investors. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Doing awesome. Yeah, I'm hanging out, looking over the golf course here in Scottsdale. My parents are hanging out for lunch, and we might go to the pool and stuff for a little bit. But watching the weekend warriors play golf, it's always fun. Thinking of Crypto Putter and Bizy Dips and the Crypto Badgers. It's kind of fun to watch. I haven't played golf I actually don't remember the last time I played golf. I sold my clubs when we went on the road. My family and I started traveling. It's been maybe almost 4 years ago. And I sold my clubs. We sold all of our junk. And not that the golf clubs were junk. They were nice Callaway Berthas. But I got rid of those. I haven't played golf in years. I don't remember what it was. And I have some friends, they want to play tomorrow morning. I'm like, oh, shit. I don't have anything. I don't even have shoes. But hopefully I could still swing a club. And not embarrass myself too much. But yeah, just trying to enjoy the birthday. And we had some meetings this morning. I know you and I talked quite a bit, and just been witnessing the growth. It's been amazing to see the rally, the comeback, the community standing behind the project and really taking some time to understand what's in that letter that you published yesterday. It was beautiful, amazing. And I think it's having a great effect. So appreciate the advice from Nito. You mentioned Chris Dugan and all of our other advisors that said, hey, we need to start communicating in different ways, better channels. I think the people that were coming into the Telegram just weren't, aware of what was going on here. And I think got spooked, and that's totally understandable. So yeah, to see the recovery set back in, hopefully a lot of that liquidity is flowing back into the foundation. I haven't checked the stats on that today yet. But hope to here in a minute. I don't know if you have that to pull up, but it'd be great to see if that liquidity is coming back and that panic subsided. We knew we had a set of floor, as you mentioned. We had to walk sideways for a little while and give the ILC some time to build reserves as people are holding and stacking tokens in their wallets, which is one of the factors that the ILC does look at. What are the liabilities that are outstanding, as well as the buy and sell volume. And you had Dex Screener up there for a second. On that right hand side, I see it still. You can see that we have a nice green bar there next to the red, and that's where we were for so long. And then
there's somebody's hot micing, Royal. I think it's could you mute your line, Royal? You're hot micing.
Okay, I think Mistletoe might be able to find it.
Well, I'll get it.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So the buys and sells and the liabilities and things are all the things that we look at. And now we've seen a floor set in and we've seen a rally come, and the ILC is both building its reserves as well as price going up. So that's amazing. That shows the kind of the return to the growth, and we hope to continue this. We know going into this pre-seed contract that we're going to have people holding more ARK tokens in their wallet to use in that contract. We're close to getting the light paper out. I apologize for the delay on that. We've just been having some internal discussions. Nito brought this up before the podcast, so I think I'll just bring it up again. But it is a concern about how many ARKnet tokens that we will be giving out. So we're looking at the numbers really closely to make sure that we don't have a liability that's going to influence the ARKnet token negatively after launch. And so we're just being careful with the vesting periods that we've talked about, the number of tokens, the kind of the cap, the soft cap that we want to put on the pre-seed round, just to make sure that we don't cause a future issue. So that's for as far as the delay goes. Those are just the internal discussions, and I think we'll have some more this afternoon with some other team members as they become available. So that's where we're at on that. Alex is out for the day, so I know people were having some questions come in. I haven't seen him back, but we knew he was going to be out this Saturday, and we expect him back tomorrow. So if we do have some technical issues or questions that come up that are more Alex related, he will get to you shortly, and we'll probably see him tomorrow as he continues the work on the off ramps. And then immediately, I believe on Monday, and Atlas, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's going to start as well on the on ramp, so that we have both of those kind of going in parallel and finishing up fairly close to the same time. And that's about it from me. I was just trying to think if there was anything else that I didn't cover. But yeah, everything's looking really positive. I appreciate all the happy birthday wishes and the DMs and all those good things. Yeah.
And we're happy you're enjoying it with your family. And do keep us up to date if you do go play the golf, how it went being rusty for so many years.
I'll let you know tomorrow on the podcast. Yeah, I have to go back. When I was younger, I played quite a bit. My grandmother lived on a retirement community that had a course. And so I got a chance to play when I was younger. I tried out for the high school team, didn't make it. We had a pretty competitive golf team at the time, and I had other sports that I was playing as well. And I just kind of continued through college. When you get into business, it's sort of a thing to do. They have all these charity tournaments, and if you're in sales or anything, like that, or big corporate, big tech, they always, surround golf. And so it's something I kind of continued, but then it just, as I had kids and a family and everything, it's a big time commitment. And so I just stopped playing. So hopefully I can reach back in my muscle memory somewhere, and I'll have to stretch out a little so I don't tear something swinging the club. But yeah, wish me luck.
We will. Good luck over there, brother. And yeah, I'd like to say, every time I see buy over 500 come in, we're gonna do this. Buy! And this one, we had another big one. I mean, look how beautiful, the whole interaction here of how the ILC is working, and we get a lot of questions from folks how it works. I like using the deck screener because when you see this 655 come in, that's hitting pretty much the top of a range, and then the ILC is selling off ARK here at the top and accumulating that BUSD. And the way you could recognize it when it's the ILC showing its hand is when the two transactions have the same TXN here on the right. That's the beauty that's happening with the ILC. You see this buy and this buy. You're seeing, where's another one that I could find here? We had a big one come in. We're going to have to ring the bell a couple of times. 4,750. So then again, 20040, and then you see the counteract the balance, and you're still seeing the price go and increase, creeping up. A beautiful balance that's happening as we're seeing the actions of the investors take shape and the ILC taking them all in and doing its job so beautifully. Here's another one, a 501, and then another 501 in the same transaction for FB27. So look, we're very proud of what we built here with this, and I think the folks are seeing what they want to see. They want to feel and they want to see hope happening here live. And what a beautiful chart! Absolutely amazing. So thank you for all your support. Let's look here. Spark price pool is at 615.26 ARK. That is substantial, folks. Today we're going to find a 166 Spark prize winner. And let's zoom on down here and let's look at our MVP. Their wallet ends in 0B6E. Shout out 0B6E. You have brought in 15,656.59 BUSD into the system with 2 referrals. That is so bullish, folks. Our second place is at 10,777. Third place, 10,285. Fourth place, 9,848, and so on and so on. Folks are stepping up. I know Eternal, his girlfriend got into today. Shout out to her. God bless her. Let's go. Getting into ARK, buying the dip, while others panic and send themselves to purgatory at 0.5% daily. I mean, what a great hell to be in at 0.5%. But they cannot get out of there. They're stuck. They can't compound. No more 1%. No more. Even if they win the spark, they cannot get back to that 2%, that fantastic NDV. Nitro mode is gone forever. You're stuck there. So shout out to them too, because they've taken a lot of the sell pressure for the remainder. I mean, for the eternity of ARK and the Vault. They just played themselves out of the whole game. And we've been there. We've heard people crying in crypto time and time again because they just haven't had the foresight to just calm down, take a step back, take a deep breath, and just understand that with time, the amount of work this team does, the amount of work this community is doing in unison, all pushing together, standing shoulder to shoulder, understanding that we've been spoiled by a fantastic, dynamic, stable price, that we will find it again. The music doesn't stop playing. The wind is in the back of our sails, and we're moving in the right direction. So thank you, everyone, for staying faithful, staying strong. And I mean, come on, we're earning every single day. The print is not stop. It's a beautiful thing. Let's open it up and see from our community if anybody wants to add a comment, tell us about a buy-in experience that they did today, or maybe a friend, a neighbor. We'd love to hear some feedback, some testimony as to how the community's been involved, how they've been participating, because the magic is here. We're all witnessing the comeback live.
Howdy.
Hello. I was just going to call on you because I know you've got a story.
Yeah, absolutely. So my girlfriend actually was already in ARK, but I've been trying to mentor her and teach her how to do everything on her own. And today she sent me a message and said, hey, you wouldn't believe what I did. And I had all sorts of guesses that weren't anything related to crypto. But so her response was, I bought Ethereum. I sent it to my MetaMask. I used SimpleSwap to exchange it for BUSD, and I bought the dip. So she did her first DCA, and she did everything on her own, which is pretty attractive.
Oh, that's a keeper, my friend. Talk about a way to a man's heart. You know, tapping into your passion, which is ARK, and all the effort and foresight, understanding, and work that you've put into build this ARK. You've been absolutely a huge part of this. So shout out to her. I mean, we like her too. Keep her. Thank you, Turtle. Who else has something to add?
Atlas, the winner tonight of the MVP was one of my directs, one of my first directs that I had signed up, and been telling him kind of what's going on, and he's not able to connect with the groups anymore. So I've been kind of filling him in with things, and he got it and understood what was going on and saw the opportunity like he had when we had first got in. So he went in and opened up some more accounts and bought some more, and boom, you see what happens with this. So glad he jumped back in heavy.
Oh, fantastic. Smart money. That's the way to do it, folks. Get in. So, our pre-sale was at $2.50. Let's zoom out a little bit here to a 15-minute chart. So, wow, that's pretty extreme. That's beautiful. So, we dropped down here to 235. So 250 was our launch. And if we go all the way back in time, here on the chart, we were able to see what the ILC and what happened there we launched at 525. There it is. That's where we actually launched at. So the folks came in down here at 250. Let's see. Yeah, right around there, 250. And that was their private. This was the official to 525. Came up, found its floor, found its balance, and just fine-tuned it because it was so beautifully in balance. So we've got a ways to go, but I think it's so much more about maintaining our level. Nobody wants to see ARK go down anymore. So we thank you for being a part of this. It's really the investors and the team working in unison together with a clear direction. That the direction is holding a floor and going up, letting the ILC do its magic, but it only comes through the reactions of these fantastic buys. So I'll keep an eye on this. And if somebody, if I'm talking, I'm distracted, and you see here a $500 buy, let me know. Buy! Go ahead and hit that and support them in their efforts. Is there anyone else?
My sister just bought 500 plus another 100 in the bond.
Let's go. Coach. Oh, that's fantastic, brother.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Hold on, one at a time. Coach, can you finish what you were saying? And then we'll go to Raphael.
No, she kept calling me every day. Can I buy now? Can I buy now? Like low. So she just bought 500 more.
Yeah. We thank folks for also, understanding and listening. I know you're probably shocked to ever hear a project team developers tell you, do not buy right now. Hold on. Let's shake things out. Let's see who's in panic mode and how they want to play their hands, because we have friends, we have family in here, and we don't want anyone to get hurt. And we were still very, very volatile at that point. So I think it was the right decision to make and say, hey guys, just hold a bit. We're not in a hurry here. A couple of days that you're not earning, it's not the end of the world. You're earning still every day. You're just not at that optimum level, and that's okay. That's understandable. It's a long-term project. We all understood that before we got in. You can't even go to PancakeSwap and purchase ArkFi tokens. You have to go through the D app. You have to learn how to manage the investment. You have to do your due diligence. It was always very clear that the price isn't pegged. It's not locked there forever. It can move depending on market conditions. However, it's not supposed to have this super extreme volatility that if you didn't have here ILC to balance everything out. Now, what happened was very, very intense, and we saw that. And primarily, it wasn't so much the ROI DAP and the ARK going out there. It was the bond, where there were no limits, and the ILC says, "Hey, hold on a second here, buddy. If we let it happen, then we're going to be in the baseboards before you can even flinch." So it really came in. I want to give a shout out to ILC for stepping up, protecting liquidity, and I think the decisions that were made here as well of offering investors an opportunity to let off the gas a bit and come to the pre-seed. We're going to be giving you more information on that shortly as we're working out some fine details. We want to make sure, folks, that it's very fair to the people that didn't panic, to the people that maintained the faith in ARK, who have just been flying the flag and understanding that there's so much more to ARK than what we have here today, that the team's already proven that it can deliver. The mobile application is an absolute success. Shows the quality of the work. We're extremely proud of that. And I think folks are also very appreciative in understanding that we have enjoyed fantastic success. And if you did it once, you'll be able to do it again. I always say past performance equals future performance. So we're back and set like before we launched it in a fantastic position. and the folks are definitely taking advantage of that and coming in. So I believe, Raphael, you wanted to share something, sir.
He just bought another. We're on a Zoom call with my sister, and she bought 500. He's buying 500. Now it's my turn to buy 500. But I told him I'm losing money because it keeps going up.
Let's go.
Let me see if I can see those buys. Are they here? Oh, that 475 after the taxes. Is this your buy here from your group?
Yeah, this is Roberto's group.
Yeah, 3 minutes
We're
ago.
pumping Roberto's group right now.
Buy.
I bought another 500.
Buy.
Oh.
Pumping the price.
Let's go. This is fun, folks. Anyone else?
Yeah, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, who's speaking? Can I? Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Can,
yeah. First of all, guys, yes, it was like, most of us, I think, were almost crying when we saw that red line towards the bottom, but we believed that it will stop somewhere and the trend will be changed and we will go up. So yeah, that's great. Great job, guys. And as you mentioned, Atlas, one of the things that we discovered that actually it's not ARKs, but it's bond and foundation structure that could, let's say, put us in that vulnerable position. Will we expect some, I don't know, change in policy or something like that to make sure that it won't happen again in the future? What are your thoughts on this topic?
Well, I believe that there's definitely a very valid point to it. I remember before we launched that, and the rest of the team does as well. I had Mr. Green here, and I knew that was a vulnerability because everything else is just airtight. Absolutely. But understanding the product is meant to be a high yield savings account for the average Joe, the average Jane, that understands that at Bank of America or Chase, they're not getting a return like that on their liquid cash that they need in an emergency to pay bills, separate from their regular checking account. We understood that this is a product for the folks in Argentina that are facing 100% inflation. There's a comfort for every investor when they know that, yes, they're paying some taxes to get into the game. They're having the opportunity to win Spark Prize, which is massive. It's been doing so well. It's low now, but we understand that through time we're hoping to be able to get back to our levels. So it has a very special function for the overall product of the fintech, right? We want to be a fintech bank and offer banking solutions using crypto for the 1.4 billion adults in the world. But the fact of the matter is that, as we launch into BSC in this space, unfortunately, we're surrounded by a lot of, what we could call, and I don't mean to insult anyone, degens, and people who are very fickle when it comes to these things, and they like to think that everything is the same, and they'll invest their money, but the moment they think that something can go wrong, they just panic and sell out. And that is something that we want to review. Maybe we turn it more, instead of a high yield savings account as an idea, into a CD that banks offer, a certificate of deposit. So if you lock it up for 3 months, you're getting, X amount of percentage back, or not so much percentage, but you're avoiding a penalty. If you're getting 2 months, you're getting a higher penalty. So that's an idea that there could be many. I've seen some of your suggestions also in the DAO, and I thank you for that. This is what it's about: getting involved, rolling up your sleeves, and seeing how you can contribute. Because it's very easy to critique, it's very easy to criticize something, but it's harder to come with an idea and say, "How about this, folks? What can we do to improve?" And ideally, I want to be very clear: these are not decisions that the team is going to make. These are decisions that the community overall is going to make. And with that is also a balance, because we know if the people that are voting are just the degens, they're going to do what's good for their pocket, not take into consideration that we have long-term investors, we have friends and family here, and our priority is really to make sure that they're safe and that everyone here has an upside through time. So we want to look at these options. We want to look at some of these creative ideas and see how we can tighten things up, but really having a balanced opinion and support from the community. Does that help a bit, Alex?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. As you said, it's always easy to critique, and yeah, there are a lot of people who could be scared and run away. Personally, I didn't sell even one ARK during this situation. I knew that we need to hold and wait when the situation will be resolved. And let's find some way to, to maintain the system, to make sure that it could resist, impacts from those people who want to, turn everything to the ashes. And it should be something like smart and understandable, and at the same time, this is something that should not hurt attractiveness of all the project. Fully agree with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your comments.
And we love your suggestions. And guys, let's be clear, that is beautiful. Finding solutions. Hey, let's be realistic, because we always say history repeats itself. And if we develop a pattern of getting to 571 or above, and then people doing it all over again, then we're going to have to deal with a lot of these fluctuations over time. So we have to weigh the pros, and we have to weigh the cons. Brett Nordine, is very vital in this process as looking for solutions. I don't know if, Brett, you have some ideas or something that you want to bring to the table when it comes to this, because, we all want to ensure the safety.
Yeah, I didn't really, obviously it led with the ARK sell off that, started to topple the price, and then everybody's like, oh shit, I need to pull my bond too. And that kind of ensued. So it was like a simultaneous, double punch. But yeah, there's no easy fix. Oh, we just need to add a tax, or, oh, let's, lock it up or whatever. We really need to think through how that's going to work. Unfortunately, like traditional banks, we can't get bailed out. We don't have the Federal Reserve to throw a bunch of free money at us. So that's why, this community bank idea or concept within is different. It's DeFi. It's something that's pure in that way. It's idealistic. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's too idealistic. Maybe we can't, govern things well enough, because we can't control the greed sometimes, or whatever we encountered with what happened a week ago. In terms of, maybe it was an attack or coordinated, whatever it might be, but just a bank run in general, I think you could just call it that, where the price of the asset that backs the liquidity, which is the ArkFi token, basically took a price dump, and what ensued from there was a liquidity drain. So, it's a tough situation, because we want to see DeFi succeed as being a decentralized and liquidity, given by the people, not by the central authorities. So, we're not backed by the Federal Reserve. We don't have a FDIC insurance. And I think that's why most people are here. So, yeah, let's put our heads together and see if we can come up with some ways. Maybe there's some different protocols and different models that maybe aren't even in the DROI DApp space that we can glean off of to get some ideas. But it's tricky. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I think Jashan mentioned that as well in the secret DAO group, in the DAO group. So yeah, it's a tricky situation in that we want to have those ideals, but at the same time, there's, different actors with different motivations in the community. And if those, if there is manipulation possible, or other people can take advantage of others, that's not a good thing either. So I think we've got to put our heads together and try to figure if there are possible solutions or ways even just to slow it down or thresholds even.
Yep.
Brett, I think for me, I think that's where the utilities come in place. I think the long-term perspective is where it's at, and just having the community to understand that it's a long-term project, and then with all the utilities coming in place to be able to feed everything else, especially the ROI DAP. I think that's where it's at, and I think a lot of people don't understand what's been built, because when I look at the scope of what you guys are doing and what I've seen in other DAPs and the promises that was made, I can see that y'all guys are delivering, and y'all are giving the community what needs to be given to make this sustainable for the long term. But I think whenever all the utilities come into play, and then all the fees that's coming from the utilities feed back to the DAP, I think that will bring a balancing in the long term. It's just getting these out is kind of where we are now. But in the long term, I see everything being balanced out and being effective. And just to touch on earlier, I think that, I honestly, I think whoever routed to make the price go down, I thank you. I really appreciate it, because I was able to get some more positions. I had a few people that were in my weekly educational sessions, and when I explained it to them, before I was even able to explain what happened, they said, "Oh, this is the great time to buy." Like I didn't even have to explain it to them, and they were able to see that. And one young lady, she was sending some funds, and her funds, you know how it is with some of these exchanges trying to get money into DeFi, but she was in the hold up trying to get it over. And the funds was held up long enough for her to get a nice price to get into ARK. So she got in on the dip, and that was great. I was able to open a few more wallets on the dip, and that was great. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to get in on some more wallets on the dip, and I'm along for the ride. But as community, just remember, you got to have a long-term perspective of what they're doing. I know DeFi look at things in the short term overall because we all want that quick gain, but this is not the protocol that's trying to really give you that quick gain of a huge gain. Of course, you're going to ROI. That's why they give you the 2% early. But overall, the long-term play is kind of where we're at in this DAP.
Well said, bro. Thank you. Mr. Rainmaker.
Hey, I don't think it's a coincidence that the price pump really started just a few hours after you guys published that founders update. I think there might have been some fear out there and some misperceptions and misunderstandings as the price was coming down. I know my first reaction, to be completely honest, my first reaction when I saw the ILC, or when I saw no, when I saw,
we had a 3,000 come in.
Nice.
But when I 100, we're giving them another bell. Okay, please continue. Thank you. Let's go.
Yeah. So my first reaction is it looked like the ILC had literally shut off, and then all the swaps were going directly to the DEX, and I thought something had gone wrong, and then I quickly understood no, it's just what happened had happened. And so what I'm trying to say is that there might have been some misperceptions and misunderstandings out there, and caught people basically pulling the trigger first and asking questions later in terms of, selling out their bond position in the foundation and selling whatever liquid ARK they had in their wallet, and then finding out. And then I think that founders update was sort of I think it was really helpful for people to really understand what had actually happened, and then also to understand the roadmap and what we've got coming, as well as the pre-seed contract. And so, yeah, I don't think it's any coincidence that the beginning of the move up here coincides with the founders update. So I think it's great that you guys put that out there, just to clear the air and let everybody know, here's what happened. We're completely transparent. We're not, nothing's being rugged, and so good job on that.
And maybe they were here and they saw all the love for ARK from the investor community.
Yes.
Very powerful podcast, and thank you
Absolutely
for your support. Thank you, brother. You've been.
I have a new
amazing.
nickname for Brandon. It's the good Brandon YouTuber, because there's a bad Brandon YouTuber.
Oh no! Is the bad YouTuber also named Brandon?
Yes.
I did not. Oh man,
I didn't either. And then I saw somebody say something about Brandon, and I was like, wait, no, it can't be the good Brandon YouTuber. And I had to look, and I was like, oh yeah, yes, that's not him.
Oh
he has
man,
demon eyes. He has demon eyes.
Yeah, I still haven't checked out that YouTube video. I'm not going to. I'm not even going to give it the.
I'm not going to either. I just had to say that. So, because we have the good Anthony Fauci, and now we have the good Brandon YouTuber.
The Rainmaker. Folks are smiling. Wow, big buy.
Hey guys, can I add something here?
Yeah.
I'm one of big investors in ARK, and I wouldn't be there most likely if it wasn't good Brandon, by the way.
Let's go. He's a brave man. We talked all about it yesterday. It takes courage, folks, to make the hard decisions and the right decisions. And understand that just because you set on a course does not mean that there won't be storms. It is a part of life. You have your ups and your downs, but it's about keeping the faith and staying calm, staying the course, and understanding your direction. What is it all for? Are we here for a week? Are we here for 3 months? Are we here for 3 years? I think we know the answer. We've said it from day one. So, look, it was a good shakeout. Absolutely. And we have to see how this all plays through the next couple of days as well. But we seal our fate and we create the story. We create the results. And we're doing it here. Great participation today, folks. Look around the room. 70 people, 70 investors here at ARK. Just that, I think, is huge. And guys, let's give a round of applause to the community. More engagement, more folks hearing what's happening over there at the ARK. They're pulling back. They're on their way. This community is unforkable. It is unstoppable. Thank you so much. Who else would like to say something? An idea? Say hi.
Hey guys.
Pop back in. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, can you hear me? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I spoke yesterday. I
Perfect.
was trying to rally up the troops, tell everyone, if you believe in the project, fundamentals are strong. The DCA, I just want everyone to know I put my money where my mouth is. I did buy $250 worth of ARK this morning. So, I believe in this comeback. It's a great project. I also wanted to say, for what it's worth, it was really exciting having the 5 drawings yesterday. I know it was because of the 200th episode, but I really hope you guys consider breaking up the Spark Rewards into like a few different drawings, because that was awesome. I was just so excited thinking that I had a much better chance of getting drawn, and it just made the whole thing, I think, more exciting. So hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you for your support yesterday too, Big Nick. And that is a poll that we're going to be putting together. It's been hectic here, as you can imagine, this week for the team. Putting out fires. There was a lot of FUD happening from people just spinning lies to create panic, and then having to get in front of it, explain how the ILC works, go through transactions, and really document from our end what's happened, how we see it, where we're moving forward to So when this all happened, it brought the idea of having a poll and letting the community decide, do we want to go for that mass market growth where we have, instead of just one person, we have 3 winners. Everyone's earning, everyone's happy, telling their friends, telling their neighbors, hey, listen, get into this thing called the foundation, get into this thing called the vault, come to the legacy NFT, which I'm going to bring up Mr. Catalyst. He has some great data to show here, which I think is a massive, massive, very, very loud message to this team and to this community. Mr. Catalyst, can you talk to us about those legacy NFTs? What's going on over there?
Yes, sir. There's been, since yesterday's pod, 5 new silver legacy NFTs have been minted, and 1 silver has been up leveled to a gold. So that's a total of 6 new legacy NFTs in the last 24 hours. And just to put that in perspective, that's more than have been minted in the entire past 7 days. So they are flying up.
That's right. It's a great investment, folks, especially as you see the roadmap and you see what's coming, what we've been working on. The legacy NFT holders are receiving those funds, as well as the ILC and the Treasury. So it is no secret, but a great opportunity to really hear the community, a great gauge of what's happening. And if you give me a second, I'll tell you quickly here how the external investment fund is looking. And we have a Catalyst officially crossed over the 700,000 mark. It is sitting at $704,000. Sheesh. Amazing.
Let's go.
Amazing. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep building. We have the funds to do it. The legacy system has really provided this team with the fuel to market, to develop. We're very excited because we're not dependent just on a 1.5% tax to keep the lights on and keep developing. We have a massive arsenal here of BUSD to carry us through for a very, very long time. And as the community and the investors see the utility and they start to see that revenue, I think they're just going to pile in, and we're going to see a lot more pressure into people wanting to take home those NFTs. I can tell you some alpha. I think we've got the folks here from the Crypto Badgers, the team here at ARK, the most wanted treasure that they all seek and everyone's saving up for is really getting into the legacy NFT, because it's an owner in everything that this team does. So I think our only regret is that they are expensive. We would love to have a ton of them, but they have to be purchased. They're something that takes time, takes money. Okay, we got a 950 buy come in. Here we go. That's going to be a two buys and a two ka-chings. More buys coming in, folks. Witness it happening live here. Amazing. I think I'm going to have to give the chart a little more room, as it's just about to crash right through here, the roof, and the price, as you see, keeps on going up. $269, well on its way. And at the same time, what we want to see, ILC continuing. Let's get this price up. Let's get the ILC reserves up. Restore the confidence, the smooth sailing here on the ARK. So, Catalyst, thank you very much for staying on top of that. That is very powerful to see the community buying into legacy NFTs.
Yeah, let's get this crypto. Baby.
Oh, god damn.
Oh, yeah, let's get this crypto.
Love here.
Atlas, can I make a quick suggestion?
Yes, absolutely. Welcome aboard.
Thanks. Hey, this is G.I. Joe. Brandon mentioned something to me about, the good Brandon mentioned something to me about 2 months ago. He knows that I'm a business owner, and he suggested, how about bringing some of my managers in? So we actually bonused 13 managers $1,000, and the only thing they had to do was buy ARK. They had to join by ARK, have their own accounts. And now about half of them actually have syndicate. They actually brought other friends in and family in. And it's just a good suggestion that business owners, I wrote them in their paycheck. I gave them $1,000 in their paycheck, and they actually bought ARK with it. So that's just a suggestion for some of the business people.
That's brilliant. When did you start this? I didn't know about this program. This is amazing.
I started about 2 months ago. We had some challenges with onboarding. I'm really looking forward to the onboarding. Most of them, Binance just didn't like them. Binance has just been a nightmare. But they're all on now. The 13th one actually signed up last week. So we've got them all on now.
Wow. That's some out-of-the-box thinking and sharing with your employees. I hope through time they're going to still continue to work.
Yeah, I'd hate to see them grab $100,000 and run.
Hey, thank you, boss.
Was this a bonus you paid? Was that a bonus? Pardon me. This is fascinating too. Was that a bonus, like compensation in ARK, and they had to claim it? Is that how you structured that?
No, what we did, they get bonuses based on labor, food costs, and a bunch of other things. So this was just an added bonus, $1,000 added in their check. And what we did was they said they had to buy $750 worth of ARK. Again, we wanted to make sure they didn't lose anything because of taxes on their check, because it went right into their paycheck. But it worked great.
Wow. Amazing. And we have another buy, $530. Here we go. Buy! I mean, this is beautiful volume, 230K. We haven't seen volume like this in quite a while. Amazing what's happening here. But, man, we love that. So 13 people from your company, from your business, are here invested in ARK and growing syndicates. Is that right, G.I. Joe? Hello?
Yes, sorry, I couldn't get on. Yes.
It's okay, sir.
Yes, all 13 are in.
Fantastic.
6 are under me, and 7 are underneath my son.
Wow. Oh, we have another investor with the son. Oh, whoa. Here we go, man. The family vibes happening here on the ARK.
My wife has an account. My daughter-in-law has an account. My nephew has an account. And they all do it their own. They all wanted me to help them, navigate it every day. I'm like, nope, if you're getting in, this is your money, your time. So even my wife, every morning she sets the alarm and she does her account every day. Same with daughter-in-law and son.
Wow, man, we gotta get a Medium article or something about this. Maybe we'll do a feature interview or piece. Well, I think it's a great story to get out there. Amanda has been fantastic, coming in through Bob, her father, and then having her son here. Who, by the way, if you guys missed it, he won the $500 big prize, which is beautiful. Amanda, we're sorry you didn't win yesterday, but I think you win here every single day with all the appreciation and love and great feedback that you get from this community. And of course, the smart contracts are always working for you as well.
I mentioned in the chat, I won because Logan kept hugging me all night long. He was so happy and excited, and I'll take that. No offense, guys, but I'll take that over winning ARK any day.
That is beautiful. No,
and Atlas, you forgot after Logan won, I won right behind him, 250.
Oh, yes, I didn't forget. It was something truly magical and special. It was a beautiful moment to see the family, and now today I didn't know this about G.I. Joe, that his wife, son, like the family is all involved in the ARK. I can't tell you what this means to us, folks. It's so special to understand that we have avatars and we're here on Telegram and we're looking at a chart, but behind all this, we understand that there's real people, and having the opportunity to engage, to establish a relationship. I've talked about it many times. I've made lifelong friendships in this space. I was just in Germany last weekend for 2 days, visiting an investor here at ARK. I've been there before. They were here last summer in my home with my family. He brought his wife and his daughters over. And I've had the pleasure to meet with several investors. Mr. Green was here in my home. I met him, through bringing him onto the ARK team. It's amazing, and I can't wait to meet you in person. But just through this way that we have, and hearing your personal stories, it's very motivating. I know it means a lot. I was talking to Brett about it yesterday. This is the fuel. This is the reason we go that extra mile, because we know that not only are you depending on ARK, but you're depending on its very bright future for a very long time. So the work just doesn't get done with an idea or having an inspiration. It's through the actions. It's through working harder than everybody else so that you can get there faster and with a more quality product than everyone else. Who would like to be next today?
Atlas, I just want to say one quick thing in response to what you just said, how you're doing it, for everybody in the community, for the people. And I think what you're forgetting is that we see all that, and that's why we're doing everything right back. It's everybody sees what you guys do and how much you value every single investor that's in here, and really see them as individuals. And that's what makes everybody fight so hard and just want to be involved on that daily basis. It's because of you guys and that feeling that you provide for all of us of just kind of safety and family. And it's all to you guys, right back at you.
Thank you. We see it and we feel it. And especially in the hard times, like it's been the past couple of days, it's been really great to see who really sticks up and who is defending the ARK, defending their investment, defending the integrity of everybody here, and including our team, which has been targeted, the community. There's a lot of hateful people out there that want to profit. They want to get their products out there by capitalizing on a moment of weakness, on a moment of testing, really the fiber of what we're made of. And we've been so overwhelmed and impressed with the quality, the people who step up, the amount of messages. Hey, Atlas, whatever you need, anything, please contact. Folks getting involved. How can we help? We have this idea. We have this contact. This is what it's about. And then on the other side of that coin, seeing the folks who throw the towel or get on the bandwagon of just misery and toxicity and wanting to stir the pot and wanting to bully and create a narrative so that it just mentally affects people to a point where they're losing their hope. And that's a dangerous, very, very dangerous thing. It's abusive, in my opinion. You shouldn't, hurt people. There's a lot of good people here, and some people take a joy in that. They have their own agendas. They have reasons. We've been, I think, very, very smart into keeping things very private and quiet, and we don't win things by making someone else look bad or pointing fingers. That just creates toxicity. We focus on what we're doing here, keeping building, communicating, and moving forward, and changing the reality, the narrative every single minute through your efforts. So let's see here. We have the 950, 530. Is there anyone else that has a comment or a question for today's podcast?
Atlas, it's Jedi.
Hey, my brother. Shout out to our great brothers. DS Crypto, shout out to him. Jedi, man. We had a great conversation this week. We miss you, buddy. Go right ahead. We'd love to hear from you.
No worries. Been busy, as you know. But yeah, it was a pleasure to speak to you as always. And, we've spoken quite a lot over the last few months, and regard you as a great friend. And same for Brett and the rest of the team. I'd just like to say thank you very much for your time and effort in ARK. And I think what you're seeing now is the trust come back to you. Because like you said, you've got to find a floor. and everybody's so how would I put it? Probably wants an ROI DApp that's going to be successful for them. And you know me, you know I want everybody to win in crypto like you do. And yeah, it's just great to see. So just great kudos to your team. And hopefully it continues to keep going up and everyone's back happy and enjoying ARK as it's designed to be.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. And you know, that we're talking about people coming out. How can we help? What can we do? You know, Just Jedi and DS Crypto, you know, contact me, and we had a great conversation. They're great partners. They're great friends. Absolutely love their product. And as we, you know, get closer to the stuff we're doing, I always want to point out to the community that the Ultimo product, compared to what we have right now in our hands and bringing to the table, is different. I personally use Ultimo. Brett Nordine uses Ultimo. A lot of our community, I know Chris Dugan, having the 3DS opportunity is absolutely amazing. The products that we will have don't have that. It's also, we've talked a bit before about the actual fees. If you're moving larger amounts of money, you definitely, absolutely are going to save a lot more with the Ultimo card. This product is more for the little guy that's entering, that wants cheap entry, but he's going to pay more fees, which is good, of course, for the legacy NFT holders and also for the ILC. But you know, there's something I think we wanted to address, you know, publicly, that we're not competitors, we're brothers, and we're going to continue our support of Ultimo. Our intentions have always been that, and you know, we're not competing. We have different products for, I think, different customers, with all the same thing in mind, which is offer solutions so that investors are able to get their crypto, and also to bring to light that Ultimo has their onboard. And one of the great features that I like about that I think a lot of people will be able to take advantage of, is that they're not being listed as you know, buying a crypto or a financial product, which we know a lot of banks, we've talked about the people we're working with, there's limits. There's banks that will not work. I know this for a fact. I've talked about it before. Will not work for every single card for every single bank. Chase Bank doesn't allow buying, you know, financial assets. Revolut does not allow if you're buying crypto, because they have their own crypto. There's a lot of politics in this, and you know, on-ramps are difficult. It'll not be a one shot for everything, but let's see how they do. But I'm already in love with what they're doing over there, and there, you know, could be some collaboration in that front, because we want to not just have one option, we want to have a second and a third, so that really everyone who comes into ARK through the mobile application is going to be able to get through. We don't want someone, oh, it didn't work, now we got to go and sign them up with Binance. Oh, wait, Binance doesn't actually support Canada anymore. Well, what do we do now? Oh, crypto.com. All that process that we've already grown accustomed to, and it's a bottleneck. It's hurting the growth in the project. We have to have a solution. So please stay tuned. You know, we're in talks with them to finding solutions, because at the end of the day, we're all here to grow. We're all here to win, and we're all here to help each other. It's so hard to find people with integrity who are working the right way. And these gentlemen are just absolute amazing people, and with a fantastic product that just keeps getting better and better. Let's get this crypto. Sheesh. See, all right. Okay, let's see here. Who's going to be doing the all aboard for tonight, folks? Because I know, are you still you're in the kayak on the wonderful river, Mistletoe?
Yes, I believe Coach Brad is today.
Do you mean
Where
the
is
Toad, Atlas?
yes,
Yes,
that
sir.
we do have that. Okay, hold on a quick second. Let's go ahead and do that. Today we're going to do Spark different because, as you can see, no, actually, I'll be able to throw the Spark here after that. It's just the stats page is giving me a bit of an issue because of the update on that page. So let's continue here. I'll go ahead and turn off my chart. I'll keep an eye on it. If anybody sees over 500 or 500 buy, please let me know so we can sound the register. It's all yours, Coach Brad.
We have just had a buy come in for 514 BUSD and 19 cents. And just before that, we had one for 514 and 24 cents. And they are both in the last couple of minutes. So there you go, sir.
Let's go.
Small thing. Could you provide like a small reward pool for those who are buying that amount? They could just send the transaction record and enter the contest or enter a small thing. Would that be possible? I think that would help. I think that could help as well.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain it maybe again? Or
Yeah, just off the dome. If for those you're recognizing this, and it's great if it's a live thing. For those who do buys of over 500 or whatever threshold, they could send to Mistletoe or whoever that the transaction, because they did that transaction, and then enter a contest for winning something coming from a reward pool, however you want to do it, like from Spark or something like this. That would promote people wanting to buy more and get rewarded for buying more.
Okay. All right. We'd have to look at what parameters, what we could do to incentivize maybe like a 24-hour period. And if they log in, they could be in for something. I like that. Incentivizing is always good. Thank you, Nato. All right. Coach Brad, I'm going to go ahead and take the screen off, let you get in.
Can you see the wheel of the Toad?
We can. The Toad's in the water. Best place for the Toad to be.
Very true.
Cool and collected.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so this is the wheel of the Toad, we like to call it. We call it that because Mistletoe takes... Let me just close the door. The dog's shouting his head off. I apologise.
Good old Charlie.
Yeah, I heard the neighbours outside, and he hears them as well. And unfortunately, that's what you get.
It's fine.
But so this is the all aboard wheel, the wheel of the Toad. And what this is the way that we help to push the algorithm for our fantastic content creators. Anyone that's out there creating content for the ARK, be it on Medium or YouTube or Twitter, we like to try and push the algorithm and support them in any way we can. So how you get involved is the sweep widget link, which will be posted here just after the podcast and is in the announcement channel, the pinned messages in the main chat and in the contest channel, and it's up for 24 hours a day. It's really quick and really easy to enter. All you do is click on the link and then there'll be a list of tasks. You go through the tasks. One, for example, might be to clap this Medium article 50 times. You click the link, it will take you directly to the piece of content. You complete the task, come back, move on to the next one. It's super quick and easy. You get entered onto this beautiful wheel on a daily basis for a chance to win between 50 to 100 BUSD. And it's good for you, it's good for the content creators, and it's good for everybody here at the ARK, as we are a community-driven project, which I think people have seen over the last few days, how strong our community is. But we do need to get this engagement up. It just benefits everybody involved. Today we have 69 participants, which is good, but we could certainly do better than that.
Yeah, 69 is pretty awesome. All right, Coach Brad, on the count of 3, 2, 1.
Good luck, everybody. Congratulations, Pensive Ginger. You have won $100 worth of BUSD.
All right. Well, after yesterday, I mean, we just kept spinning and spinning the wheel and giving out more and more. I mean, what a great event it was. Very fun. Had a great time yesterday, and I hope you all did as well. So let's see if we can move on to do the wheel. No, we're going to do the spark. Do keep your eyes peeled, Coach Brad, for those buys coming in.
Yes, sir.
Bell. Got that.
Oh, we've just had another one come in, 527 BUSD and 72 cents. Let's go. You know what, Atlas? Keep asking, because every time you ask me to check, there's another one there.
So Captain, I think the momentum is clear that you want more and more $500 buys. So what do people win now? What do people win again in the contest when they enter the drawing for that?
Smiling, earning, seeing the price.
2% a day, Nito. That's what they win.
I know, besides the fuzziness of the feeling of winning and making money and price pushing.
What else do you need, brother? I mean, this is beautiful. This is the comeback. And for those that DCA'd, I mean, sheesh. I mean, looks like a below private sales, below launch. This is like a whole relaunch, as Brett Ordine says, of the ArkFi system. Absolutely amazing. Can you see my screen? Or not yet?
Yes, sir. We certainly can. Oh,
okay,
we could, and it disappeared.
Let me put it back. Let's see, as we're having a little bit of technical difficulties in the $1 billion broadcasting studio today. But that was primarily on the stats page. Let's see if we can make the Sparky work again. Here we go, folks. See if it's showing correctly. I think I might have to reset it showing 0. Refresh the page. No, we're gonna have to do that one.
Spark. Strip is up to $2.72. It started moving up this morning. We hit the bottom at 231. It's up to 272 right now.
Back in screen.
They expect it to be back to $3 tonight. Continue on tomorrow. It'll go. They fully expect it to go back up to that 571 level.
Hey, can you get the hot mic there? Yeah, that's
this is the home voice now.
Come here, Sparky. A little bit late into the broadcasting studio, so the whole story is too frosty. There it goes. Here it comes, folks. All right. Just about ready to update here. We haven't done it on the actual D app in quite some time with the new interface for Spark. But yeah, we're having zeros on that one. But the transaction did come through. Let's hang out here. We'll wait a little bit for it to show up. Any questions, comments, folks?
Can I make an announcement, Atlas?
Oh, is it about the big party over on the YouTube?
You know it, baby. Yeah, so if anybody wants to join us, we're going to go live here in a little bit. I'm going to send out the links. I'm going to send out to all the content creators. If you want to join us, you know that I don't send you a link. Just send over a DM, and we'll get you on one of these weekends. And we talk about ArkFi mostly, and it's a great group of community members that, you know, share their journey, share their strategy, and we talk all the news and all the updates and stuff. It's a good time. So join us on YouTube right after the podcast. And if you're hungry for more, right? Thank you, guys.
And thank you, brother. Thank you. Great that you're coming back live here this Saturday with a lot of positive news, a lot of great things to show the investors here at ARK. And folks, today's Spark Prize winner, their wallet ends in D851. They've won 626.89 ARK. Yes, they are a first-time winner. Yesterday's winner, it was the second big win. And, of course, our MVP of the day, their wallet ends in 0B6E. They've brought in $16,108.07. They've won 10% of the Spark. I'm loving this new feature here of rewarding these folks that are putting the work in to help us all grow and get that nice, steady return on investment. And look, guys, we understand the value of those Spark rewards has gone down, but the Spark rewards are still in a fantastic range. So it's putting everyone into that Nitro mode. And although right now we're seeing a price down, those tokens are in your vault, your Nitro mode. And as the system grows, more users, price appreciation, stability, it's going to pay out a lot more in the long run. So, stay faithful, stay calm, cool, and collected. Leave up to DJ. And with that, let's turn it over to Mr. Z. Is he here? He's always here with us, but let's confirm. Is he? Let me check my messages because maybe he's having something else to do. Hold on a second.
While Atlas is doing that, I would just like to say there has been a 950 BUSD buy, another 950 BUSD buy, all in the last 2 minutes. So that is absolutely fantastic. I don't have a soundboard, but Atlas.
I'll go ahead and do it. That's a total of about 2K there, right?
Just under 1,900 in the last 5 minutes.
Well, that's 4 rings.
Bye. Let's go.
Yes. I did get a message on the WhatsApp from our great friend, Mr. Z. He did mention that he's having an upgrade on his fiber optic connection. He's not sure if it's going to be on. He was trying to get on, but we're going to miss him today. We will not have a DeFi sessions. Don't cry, folks. Don't worry. We're having something really, I think, special here to focus and cherish and witness this moment. Again, I'm going to have to lower this a bit as we're going right to the roof of the chart over on the deck screener. Does anyone have a question or a comment? And thank you again, Coach Brad, for bringing my attention to these fantastic buys coming in.
Yes, sir.
I have a comment, Atlas. Catalyst here.
Yes, sir. Right ahead.
I was DMing Mr. Z earlier today. For those that don't know, because I know Mr. Z is a big fan of AI. ChatGPT just released their web browsing functionality in beta mode, as well as a whole suite of plugins, third-party plugins. So for you ChatGPT fans out there, there is a caveat. You do have to have a paid plan, but if you do have a paid plan, you can now have real-time web.
Yeah, I mean, they're offering everything for free, so like, okay, if you got the subscription. But wait, are you going to say what I think you're going to say? It's live data now?
Yes, it's live data now. So, we've been chatting about bars. So, it's an arms race. One does one, and then the next one answers. It's just every day there's new developments. But these plugins are worth a look as well. There's over 100 plugins, and these are third-party plugins from companies,
100?
Kayak, Expedia. Oh yeah, there's
Oh wow,
plenty of them. Zapier.
What about like QuickBooks, right? Can you hook it up to QuickBooks and say, do my accounting and find me the best discounts so I could fire my my accountant? Is that there yet?
QuickBooks plugin, but that's got to be on the way. I saw another financial kind of personal portfolio plugin. There's a lot of ticker, stock price and crypto price plugins. There's plugins from Zillow and Redfin if you're wanting to analyze housing data. Florida Realtor might be into that. So yeah, I mean you've got companies like Tasties, and I think that probably every company out there is going to have a plugin that they're going to offer. I mean, if they want people to mine their data, But anyway, in the absence of Mr. Z, I just thought I'd throw that out to the community because I know that's one of his favorite topics. So at this point, Yeah, now you can browse the web.
You gave us our dose, our dopamine dose of DeFi sessions for today. We're not leaving empty-handed. No, sir. No.
No.
Thank you for that. And you're continuing your subscription, I would assume, with the ChatGPT. I don't recall. I think you mentioned how much it was, because I remember going back all the way, Catalyst, to when they were asking how much would you pay for it, and what did it end up being? I know you were surprised. You said it before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $20 a month for their premium plan, which I was second guessing. Like, I was thinking about canceling once Bard came out, and Bard was offering everything for free. But now, again, they've ChatGPT, OpenAI has answered with their plugins, and I know Google's working on plugins as well for their, everything, all their functions, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google, everything they have. They're going to incorporate their Bard their Bard functionality into their suite of tools as well. So it's just amazing. Every day there's just growth. And
I was blown away by seeing this feature in the Bard. I haven't used it, but just watching a video about it, and how it could go through all your Gmail and pretty much keep track of like bills, and if somebody wrote you, and you could continue, or they would summarize all these emails from this person. Some of these features, which makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, I remember my Gmail account goes back, I don't remember the year, but it was given to me by invitation. It was back when it was sort of beta mode for getting Gmail. And I have years of business and life and stuff in there, but it seems you're going to be able to have it be your assistant, go through your mail, so you don't even have to check your mail, show you the stuff that you want to see, keep conversations active and alive. And it seems that at one point, the AIs are going to be just talking to each other, sending emails to each other, and just giving you like these brief little updates of the details that you should know, or keeping track of your billing. Hey, this is coming up, this other bill you've paid, and here's your balance for the year. I mean, it's just mind blowing what the capacities and capabilities of this is going forward.
For sure. I forgot to mention one of the other things that ChatGPT released this past week was their mobile app. So if you have right
Did
now,
you say
I think
mobile
it's
app?
only available. Yeah, they have an
Really?
iOS app. I think they're taking a cue from ARK. ChatGPT has their mobile app.
Game changer.
It's not available on Android yet, but it is. They're billing it as your personal assistant on your mobile phone. I will.
Can any of
caution, if
these
anybody-
AIs? Go ahead. The caution.
Go ahead. Oh,
Go
there's
ahead. I interrupted
a
you.
bunch of scammy, fake ChatGPT apps out on the app stores. So just be really careful. If you're going to download it directly from the OpenAI site.
Right. Very, very interesting. And is there a way now? Do any of these AIs have the opportunity that you could just talk to it and it'll talk back to you, so you don't even have to write the questions and go through all that?
Yes, that's possible. And in fact, there's a plugin that will do just that in any language, or pretty much any language.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Then I think
Hold on, bro.
Go ahead.
But it still does not connect to external data, right? Only through limited apps, like to connect to them, right? On the ChatGPT, unlike Bard.
They have a beta web browsing service out right now, but it's only available to premium or paid account holders. But it's called their web browser, so presumably it's accessing real-time web, whatever data is on the web. I just started playing with it this morning, so I don't want to misspeak. I don't know what its full data set is, but they're calling it, browse the web.
So I have a buddy who used Bard. I don't know if you concur, but curious what you think. he got into Bard. He tried it, but he likes GPT better because he the way he describes it says it's like it's on drugs. That's his quote. He's like, "Oh, it's like it's on drugs." The Bard, meaning it's not ready. It's not really quite ready for external data. Like it's random. It's not good yet. What's your feeling on it?
I think we lost him.
Oh, he's testing it,
sorry.
right?
I'm sorry. I didn't have my mic on. I think it's a little hit or miss right now. I've certainly identified inaccuracies in both ChatGPT and Bard. So they're not 100% there, but they're getting better every day. I think these plugins that ChatGPT is offering is an interesting solution to access, like, I won't say private data sets, but proprietary data sets for these various companies that are building these third-party companies building these plugins to allow ChatGPT to interface with their data sets. And it's kind of interesting when you're querying ChatGPT, it actually will tell you and show you the plugin that it has accessed in order to answer your query. So ChatGPT is automatically deciding which plugin to employ in order to provide you with the best answer and best data. And then what's really cool is when you see which plugin that it has employed, you can open up the plugin. There's a little window, drop-down window, and there's a little dialog box that will show you the actual code that got generated and then fed over to that third-party API plugin. So if you really want to geek out onto it, you can see how, and this goes to what Atlas was saying, you can see how the two AIs are talking to one another. So ChatGPT, GPT-4, I should say, is chatting with the other third party's AI, generating its own code in order to communicate. So, yeah, I mean, all the AIs are going to be talking to all the AIs, and I think Atlas had a really good analogy when he was talking about the Gmail summaries. We as humans don't have time for all that, so our AI assistants, which are going to be mobile now, will just tell us the relevant information that we want to know.
Yeah, there's tools you could
Absolutely.
use to take meeting notes, like live meeting notes for like Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Yeah, there are tools right now. So
we got Z in the house. Hello, this is Z. I told the family here at ARK that you were having fiber optic upgrades happening over there, so you can be closer to the AI, almost symbiotic with it. I hope you're doing well, Mr. Z.
Who's to say this Z is not AI himself?
Bruh. Did you get the fiber optic adapter right into the back of your skull, the ear part right there, so you can plug right in? Oh
yeah, I'm Z Neuralink 1.0 right now. I'm down to
bruh. Oh, that's great. That's great, man. Give us your spin. We're talking about the new news. I don't know if you know, but ChatGPT. Can you tell them, Catalyst? I think nobody can say your words or summarize you better than what you could do.
Yeah, Z, I was just letting them know that you and I were DMing earlier today, and OpenAI has just released in beta version its web browsing functionality for GPT-4. So if you're using the GPT-4 model, you now have web browsing capability, which would be live data search. And then the other thing that they released was the beta version of their plugins, and there's literally hundreds.
Yeah. You guys want my opinion on it?
Yes,
And then
yes.
the other,
That you
the
never
last
asked.
thing that was released.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been playing. I've been playing with a bunch of the plugins. It's still. I don't like to use the word retarded because I don't want to offend nobody, but it's making a bunch of mistakes compared to like the live. You can say information loop, like picking up data from like third parties and stuff. It's still way behind Bard. Bard for me right now is the ultimate AI. Would you not agree?
Can you hear me okay? I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
getting a bunch of calls.
No
You
worries.
know, we were just talking about this before you came on. I mean, I see inaccuracies with both of them. I mean, they're both amazing.
Hmm.
I guess it's hard for me right now. I was thinking that, you know, Bard was better, but, you know, I use the term arms race. You know, one comes out with a new feature and then the next day comes out with a new feature, and they're both getting better all the time. I guess I don't feel I know enough to say, you know, that one's head and shoulders above the other. But if you're seeing a lot of inaccuracies with the plugins and you're not seeing it with Bard, then, you know, that's saying a lot. So you know,
I'll give you an
keep playing
example.
with it.
I'll give you an example. So Python right now is one of the most extreme programming languages you can imagine. Why? Because they have libraries that have access to like real world data, but they also have a bunch of other plugins that have been tested quite a bit. With Google's Bard, what's happened is they have Google Drive in their hand. They have emails. They have your emails. They have you can say 10 trillion searches that's been done in the past decade. So they have what I can say a better data set to experiment with compared to ChatGPT. ChatGPT has to use Bing's plugin because because Microsoft's the sort of data set that they went for. Unfortunately, apparently they did have the chance to go with Larry Page's one. This is just inside knowledge, but they chose to go for Microsoft's sort of data sets because of the freedom of you can say plugins and stuff like they're doing right now. They're trying to make products of it. But I think overall, like after using both things, both have their inaccuracies for sure. Apparently, ArkFi is not just an ROI DApp, but it's also one of the best DeFi projects in the last 2 months, according to it. So, I mean, it's giving you inaccuracies for sure. But I would say overall, Bard will win that battle because they just have better data sets, they have better libraries, they have better frameworks into React. React is the backend of these chatbots, and Google just has the bigger capacity for it. So I think ChatGPT is, you can say, in a soccer game, 3-0 down right now in that field. Hope that explains things. Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can. We're all in, man. Find some Google stock. James at the water cooler.
I want to share my screen and show you guys more stuff, but unfortunately I'm on my freaking phone, stuck on 4G data. But hopefully tomorrow, I'll deep dive because I think it's important for us to understand Bard, because Bard is going to be working off the blockchain, because you do realize Chainlink is plugging into Google's or using Google's sort of Oracle clouds to plug into their nodes. So if anything's going to touch crypto, Bard's going to be the first thing to touch crypto, and it's pretty accurate. Like up till now, if you use it for like time frames, if you use it for predictions, we did a prediction the other day, and it gave a complete review. It gave I think we did it live here, where it compared two projects. It gave us the top 10 cryptos to invest in. It told us, I mean, no financial advice, but like it gave us really accurate stuff using real world data. So yeah, that's my insight. And hopefully tomorrow I'll show you guys unique ways of using Bard.
It told us that ETH was better than BTC. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It said But it gave you an argument. It wasn't just saying it was on Volt or anything. It said Ethereum has built-in use cases for real-world examples, like you can say proof of work, proof of stake. It has issuance with on-ramps. It just gave you a whole breakdown of why Ethereum is going to be the superior crypto.
Z?
Yeah.
Dude, or version 1.0. What would you do? You have any comment on the Coinbase response from the SEC?
Thus far, I've only read it, and the way I see this thing going is Coinbase is moving its assets to Bermuda and to the UAE, because this was like according to their CEO, which I watched about 2 weeks ago. He goes, the last straw is if the SEC do any more filing. So if he keeps to his word, I think Coinbase is leaving the US. My opinion. Yeah, it's my opinion. Yeah. Nothing confirmed.
Who will stay? Who would stay? Not Kraken. Who will stay?
Yeah, I think you're going to see American citizens with dual citizenships as well, if this is the way the U.S. is going. So if you are Venezuelan, Colombian, or Puerto Rican or anything, do look for dual citizenship so you can park your crypto in a nice, obliged environment in El Salvador, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. Am I right or wrong, Alice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go where your crypto is valued.
Or the Canary?
Canary, yeah, any of these British islands. It just seems like Congress cannot agree to. But this is a problem in the U.S. for the past like for the last 30, 40 years. Nothing gets passed. Like if you compare that to like a sort of Europe, Europe takes a standing vote and plays it between parliaments in all countries. But in America, you got to go through Senate, Congress. And you have to impress them. In Congress, we know are all like VCs basically, and you have to have them on board and have them profiting from your thing. Like doing that in the UK, you're not allowed to do that; it's illegal. But so in America, it's becoming very, very difficult. I must say.
So you don't feel then the new administration could even change it, right? Because of the balances and legislative process to block and slow down progress, basically.
Basically, the U.S. you have two different sides of the tail. So if let's say a Trump gets in or a Biden gets in, each one has sort of bipolar sort of scenarios where they're always going to have Congress or Senate, Democrats or Republicans voting against it, and that's been the scenario in the U.S. for quite a long time. And I don't see it change for a while, but it's unfortunate because crypto is being adopted in the UAE. Binance have a financial regulation now. Like you can say that they're a bank now in the UAE. They're eligible if they partnered with Santander or something, they could become a bank. Same thing with you can say Coinbase. Coinbase is just realizing. I think they've just got their license, so in like 2-3 months they'll realize how much they're appreciated in the UAE. And then you open up UAE, and then you have Bahrain open. You have all these other sort of Middle Eastern sort of routes that are also, and then you have Saudi Arabia that's just building. So it's more fruitful in the Middle East for Coinbase and these companies. I would do the same. I would not be based in America right now.
And they could certainly limit U.S. citizens from accessing this too, and prevent it, like you were mentioning.
Yeah,
you're hostile to anything.
Yeah, I
Exchange,
guess
etc.
I don't. No, I doubt that one. This is something I disagree with because I've been in the Middle East. I've been on these parts of the island, and I feel that they are more welcoming to like having dual citizenship holders, because it plays better in their society to have multiculturalism is something that Europe and the US takes advantage of, and that's what the Middle Eastern people want as well. The Bahrain is going to be next. UAE is already there, and then you're going to hear about Qatar, and you're going to hear about Saudi, all welcoming foreign citizens. And I've been Saudi multiple times. I think Atlas has been many times. Would you not say, Atlas, that they welcome foreign citizens to do business, to do other things, or what's your experience?
Yes, but I sent you yesterday the document about the taxes. I don't know if you had a time to look at that. But putting under citizens and residents corporate and personal income taxes, which
yeah, I saw.
Did you see the document? Yeah, send it to Z too. I don't know if yesterday or the day before. Did you have a chance to look at it?
Yeah, send it over to me if you or anybody. I'll have a look and read through that for sure.
When I scanned through that, it didn't appear it affected free zone companies, but I'm not sure. I'd have to ask. But I know if you're resident, then subject. But if you have a free zone company, they want to support offshoring. Why would they do that? And I do recall they were going to have things trigger in June, so they would have like a 9% or something like this for mainland companies. So I'm not sure if that's extension of this plan already that they announced earlier this year.
But folks, let me stop you all right there for a minute and finish the podcast, as we want to try to keep it. It's okay. It's fine. We're having a great time here. We've got some great folks. Mr. Green in the house. We're going to say hi to him. But first, we're going to thank everyone for coming out today to the rally, the comeback of the ARK. Never bet against the ARK, folks. Never dump on the ARKs, because you're just going to fall to the purgatory of the 0.5%, which you'll never be able to crawl away from. But shout out to those folks that panic and get out of their bond and push themselves to that 0.5. You're doing us all a favor here, as you won't be able to compound. Come back to that 1% at that level, or 2% positive NDV. You are in a fantastic purgatory, earning 0.5% a day. What a hell to be in. For the folks that are listening to the podcast, thank you also for your participation. We are seeing the community speaking very loud. They're looking for the pre-seed contract. They're looking to purchase, to buy this amazing dip that's happening. And shout out to those folks that were able to purchase below that $2.50. That was our private sale. These folks waited 8 months to be able to, get their investment going. They contributed to the private sale a very long time ago. We're the 51st syndicate members, and everyone here has had the opportunity that fast to get in at below private prices. So it's like a relaunch, as Brett Nordine has stated. We're going to be back tomorrow, as we do here every single day. We're to keep track of the buys, seeing the rally, seeing the euphoria that's taking place here. It's absolutely amazing. And folks, take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. And we'll see you tomorrow.